wonderful day.
Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah.
Say hello to somebody.
Say hello, everybody.
Here it is.
Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Hey, hey, hey.
Oh, traffic jam.
Am I on? Am I on? Good morning,
Yes.
everybody. Welcome to Spiritual Center of the Desert. It is so wonderful to see all of you here this morning. Those of you that are tuning in online, it is great to have you in our space with us today because this is quite a space, isn't it? Woo! It is a space where love lives. It is a place where we just know who we are as these spiritual beings and we connect as a beautiful spiritual community. So thank you today for being here. Before I welcome people who are here for the first time, you may have noticed that there is a prayer sitting on your chair. Christine Cummings, where are you? Would you please stand up? This beautiful spirit who is a practitioner extraordinaire. She's a practitioner, and this is the most interesting thing happened. Talk about divine synchronicity. I was teaching my class, and one of my students said, you know, with all the changes that are going on at our center, it'd be really cool if you guys put out a prayer just to kind of bring our vision together to create a thriving, joyful, expansive center. And so I said, I know the perfect person. And so I reached out to Christine, and she said, oh my God, I already was thinking about doing that. And so I said, please do it, no deadline, take your time. And she produced this beautiful prayer for all of us to say each day so that we can just stir the energy and bring forward this new community that's arising through all of us. So thank you, Christine. It is a beautiful, beautiful prayer. Thank you. And if you want more copies of them, let us know. We'd be more than happy to give you a copy to take with you to give to people who want to join in our vision of what we are creating here. So thank you. So at this time, I would like to ask if there's anybody here for the very first time, and if you wouldn't mind standing up so we can shower you with love and just ask you a question or two. Anybody? Anybody here for the first time? Woo! Good morning. A trio of beauty. Your name? Hello.
Pamela.
Pamela, and how did you come to this place today?
With my friends,
Oh, thank you for bringing
Janet
them.
and Jean.
Great, thank you. Well, I just know you're going to get something wonderful from our service, and we're grateful to have you with us. And who's behind you? Hello, ladies.
Hi, I'm Robin.
I'm Marianne.
Great. Did you come together?
We did.
What brought you here? How did you get to be here today?
We were just looking for a neat place to come on a Sunday morning.
Excellent. You found it. You found it. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And somebody else, hi.
Hello.
Hello, and your name?
Laura.
Laura.
Oliver.
Nice to meet you. And what brought you here today?
Terry French, my friend.
Hi, Terry. I just saw your card in my purse yesterday. How interesting. Well, it's good to see you here today. I'm glad you're a part of our service, and we just say be open and receptive because there's a really lot of love and enlightenment coming your way today. And we've got so many great people here singing and speaking, so we welcome you. Anybody else feeling brave that's here for the first time? That's it. Okay. So following service, if you would, those of you that are new for the first time, our foyer area, we have a gift for you. And if you would like to be on our email blast, we have a form for you to fill out. But we welcome you to our spiritual community because we're really busy right now. We have so much great stuff, which you will see in the announcements when you're all falling asleep on me. So, well, we're going to make it exciting today. So, what we teach here is a philosophy called religious science or science of mind, and it's really all about love and inclusivity, oneness, and the power that we have to create our lives. And so what we do here is we teach you how to do that so that you can live your greatest life, no matter what's happened before. We believe we can just clear our minds of that, do the work to let go of what we're holding on to that blocks that goodness of spirit from really coming through and leading us into a greater reality. So if you want to learn more about that, we've got classes that we're offering, and we've got practitioners and ministers that will give you more information about what we do and what we teach here. And what we teach here on the first Sunday of the month is the commonality of all the world's religions. Reverend William, if you would join me. So if we could bring the lights down. We had our cocktails and conversations on Friday night here at the center, which was a beautiful gathering of people. And I was talking with someone who's been coming to our center just for about a month now, and she said to me, "I'm an atheist." And I said, "Great." And she said, "I don't believe in religions. I'm so turned off by religions, but I love what you guys are teaching here. I get it. I resonate with it." And I was thinking to myself, Ernest Holmes would be so delighted in this moment to see that his philosophy is reaching somebody who is turned off by religion, but whose heart is so open and receptive to what we teach here. And what we teach from the teachings of Ernest Holmes, as he talks about religions, and in his own bringing together of this philosophy, he took from all the major religions just the essential spiritual truths. He wasn't interested in the dogma and the rules. He was just concerned with what do we need to know about our souls that will liberate us and open ourselves up to being in the flow of life, to understanding the way that the universe works through the law of cause and effect. And he took the best of all the religions and philosophies and put it together in science of mind in such a way where we can tune into this spirituality without having the heaviness of religion with it. And so today we celebrate a few religions and philosophies that Ernest took from, just different aspects that he brought together in our beautiful philosophy. And so today we begin with the Tao. Would you like to noodle for me underneath that? We like a little music underneath. Thank you, Jerry Lynn. By the way, Jerry Lynn is with us today. Oh my God, our goddess. Man, this woman, you call her 2 days in need, and she's right there. And so thank you, Jerry Lynn. Yep. Spirit has other plans for her being here so regularly, so we're excited she can step in, so thank you. So back to the Tao. The Tao is all about the balance of the universe, that everything has an order to it. And even though we might stand in duality and think duality is it, duality isn't it unless we look at all of the pieces as they come together as one. Dark and light, male and female, it is all one thing, and it's perfectly balanced. And so the Tao teaches us to be in alignment with the divine harmony of the universe, to go with the flow, to stop fighting with life, and to see how everything really does fit together in a unified wholeness. And so it teaches us to see that and to live into that. And the next religion is coming. The shamanic traditions. The shamanic traditions teach us about the natural divinity of all of nature, of the cosmos, of the earth, of our bodies, and it honors all life as being sacred. From the animals to the trees to the stars, it is all this energy of spirit, and we are all interconnected. We are not separate. And so what happens to an animal happens to us. What happens to a river has an impact on us. And so shamanic traditions teach us to be very mindful of what is around us, of what we're connected with, and to be able to live in a place where we see the value of it all and how it all does work together and the divinity of it all. And it also teaches us about the healing power that is within nature and within us, and to tune into that, because there are messages that come through that intuitive channel that teach us about what we're all about and our connectivity and our oneness. Thank you, Reverend William. And the next one is this: Hinduism. So Hinduism does teach us also about the divinity of all life, that we are all spirit. Every being is God in form. And so when we realize that and treat each other in that namaste consciousness, the God in me recognizes the God in you. When we live like that, we're in a different space. We can't be angry, we can't be resentful, because if we see everybody as God, then we see respect and love for each other. And so Hinduism drops us into that space of seeing the divine that we all are. And our next religion is Judaism. And Judaism has a very strong teach of spiritual law, that everything is run by spiritual law, that this is an orderly universe, that within everything that is unfolding in life, there is law behind it. And Ernest Holmes was very strong in that, very strong, that the law produces everything in our physical reality. And so to acknowledge there is a law at work, even though you may not see it, you may not really understand it, it is there moving everything forward, and your consciousness influences how that law works. And the next is Buddhism. And Buddhism teaches us the importance of mindfulness, to get out of what we might call monkey mind or distraction of this outer world, and drop into a deeper state where we can become the observer and just see this life with a detachment, so that we can understand the role that we play in this beautiful experience we're all in together. And so Buddhism really grounds us in understanding that there is only divine energy at work, but to see how we are impacting that through our consciousness, and to be mindful and loving and kind and compassionate. And the next is Christianity. And Christianity teaches us the power of love and forgiveness. That even though that we have these struggles in life and we get entangled with it all, in order to break free from it, we've got to remember that God is right within ourselves, and that we are all brothers and sisters, and that we must do what we might call forgiveness work to clear ourselves out, to understand that everybody's going through something different. Everybody has a different background, a different history. And when we can go to that place of understanding and compassion, we can let go of anger and just understand that we are all doing the best we can. And the next slide is Islam. And Islam has a wonderful tradition of prayer, praying 5 times a day. And it's a beautiful tradition, because if we're taking time out of our day, in the morning and the afternoon and the evening, 5 times a day, tuning out and tuning in, and connecting with that higher power, whatever it is to you, but going to a place where you can recognize that greater energy that is love, that is intelligent, that is everywhere present. Doing that 5 times a day does something to you. It allows you to be more present in your life, more loving, more kind. And I think if we all adopt this practice of taking that time 5 times a day, we're going to see great, great differences in our peace of mind and in how we treat people and ourselves. And the next slide is the Baha'i. And the Baha'i recognizes that we are all one, and everybody worships and thinks of that higher power in a different way. And so to not judge, just stop judging people for how we think of God. Just stop it. And just honor the different paths to spirit. Honor that. If we all did that, world peace arises. And that's what they teach us. And the next slide is New Thought, which is what we practice here. A new thought came to be in the late 1800s when the transcendentalists said, you know, we're doing this spiritual thing wrong. It isn't about God out here. It isn't about needing an intermediary to communicate with your spirituality. It's about knowing that right within you is God or spirit or whatever you want to call it, right there. And that when we open up our intuitive channel, we connect with that flow of energy, with that divine wisdom, with that love, with that expansiveness. And so all new thought is grounded in that belief. So religious science, unity, Christian Science, we all teach that it's right where you are. And the last slide is for all spiritual traditions, religions, philosophies that come in the future. Because as we evolve as a species, we don't know what's next. But we honor that. We hold the space for what's next to come through, because as we evolve in consciousness, there's new things that are going to allow us to connect with that space of spirit inside of ourselves. So we honor whatever that is, not knowing what it is. And so, Reverend William, thank you so much for that. We're going to just now honor all religions and philosophies for what they've taught us about the sacred within and the ability that we have to tune into that and connect with that, to improve our life circumstances, to come into a deeper place of love and connection with others, and to find comfort in times of trouble. And so at this time, we're going to just drop into meditation. So I'm going to invite you just to close your eyes if that's comfortable for you, or not. Just get into a place where you can just relax right now. Just setting aside anything that took place before this moment, and just exhaling really deeply when you exhale. And so right now is a time to drop into space of love, of peace, of feeling oneness and connectedness, to feel the energy of this room that is so filled with love, 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 and more love, and just letting it come into your beingness. Let it go wherever it needs to go to create a healing for you this morning. And so let's take a big breath of air in, and as we exhale, coming into the heart and feeling the love.
My soul, I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, my soul. Everything I've ever done, everything I've ever seen, everything I've lost or won, everything I've ever dreamed has brought me here to this present moment, here to a new beginning, here, and I'm seeing life so clearly now. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul.
as I'm present in this silence, I recognize the divinity of all life. I recognize it as the one source, that love, that power, that energy I choose to call God. All that God is, I am, right here and right now, and beyond. That connection is solid. It's strong. Knowing the love of Spirit is here in me. And I know the truth that it's within each and every one of you, right here and right now. It's that one love that we all have with that connection of divine life. So in that recognition, I claim my truth. And it is a universal truth that today is my day. It is my day to prove to myself and no one else that I am the action of Spirit. I am the love of God right here and right now. I prove that to myself now with the interactions that I have of everyone here, and with that wonderful potluck that we're going to have. Just like the food on a table, the bounty of life, the flavors of life I experience. I take that bite. I intake that energy of love, and I use it for the betterment of my own life and the betterment of all that I meet, stranger and friend, and yes, even foe. Because right now I realize that there is no such thing. There are only people with different ideas and different opinions other than my own. And I recognize that energy, and I recognize those thoughts, and I give great thanks, knowing that I now, this moment, can see the full diversity of Spirit and love it and enjoy it. I have a zest and a passion for life. And I am so grateful for that. As I live my life from this moment forward, it is always within that energy of love and compassion and gratitude. I am so relaxed and so thankful. With love and gratitude in my heart, I release my word to the law. But not only that, I release it as law, knowing that it is completely done right here and right now. And so together I'd like us to say, and so it is.
In the silence there is peace. In the silence there is unspoken joy. In the silence there's release from a world full of chaos and noise. So I wait for these precious moments. I hear all that has ever been said, and right here in this holy silence I find God, I find myself. In the silence there is peace. In the silence there is unspoken joy. In the silence there's release from a world full of chaos and noise. So I wait for these precious moments. I hear all that could ever be said, and right here in this holy silence I find God, I find myself. You find God, you find yourself. And we find God, we find ourselves. I send my love over the mountains. I send my love over the sea. I send my love into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my joy over the mountains. I send my joy over the sea. I send my joy into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my peace over the mountains. I send my peace over the sea. I send my peace into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my love over the mountains. I send my love over the sea. I send my love into the heavens,
We're going to head back to the 1960s. Slow down, you move too fast. You gotta make the morning last. Just kicking up the cobblestones, looking for fun and feeling groovy.
Feeling groovy.
Hello, lamppost, what you knowin'? I've come to watch your flowers growing. Ain't you got no rhymes for me? Looking for love and feeling groovy.
Feeling groovy.
I got no needs to do, no promises to keep. I'm dappled and drowsy and ready for sleep. Let the morning time sprinkle its petals on me. Life, I love you, feeling groovy.
Feeling groovy.
I'm gonna skip.
Groovy. Feeling groovy.
Slow down, you move too fast. You gotta make the morning last. Just kicking up the cobblestones, looking for love and feeling groovy.
Feeling groovy.
Hello, lamppost, what you knowin'? I've come to watch your flowers growing. Ain't you got no rhymes for me? Do-do-do-do, feeling groovy.
Feeling groovy.
I got no needs to do, no promises to keep. I'm dappled and drowsy and ready for sleep. Let the morning time drop all its petals on me. Hello, morning, feeling groovy. Feeling groovy. Feeling groovy. Feeling groovy. Feeling groovy. Thank you.
adolescent, just don't tell them. I don't want. So God is too big for one religion. Love and quantum physics are my religion. This was John Lennon talking about quantum physics. I mean, is that amazing? At one level, all religious traditions have the same aim: to transform the individual into a positive being. I love Jesus, I love Shiva, I love Krishna, I love Buddha. All rivers lead to the same ocean. Is that just not beautiful? So if you're new and you're here for the first time and that resonates with you, you found your home. Because that's truly what we believe. You know, we're here in this teaching, and what our classes are all about is just to awaken something within you, the truth of who you are. My next slide, please. This is from Ernest Holmes. I am forever one, with spirit in it and of it. And I love that one because, you know, we talk about the afterlife a lot. What happens, you know? Those who think that, when you take your last breath, that's it. And then, but what about the before life? Think about that. Think about that. You're growing in your mother's stomach, and you're in there. But do you have any consciousness? Do we get our thoughts, our consciousness when we come out? I mean, can you imagine if there was no before life? I believe there is a before life. I believe this is not necessarily Ernest Holmes. This is the truth according to Dr. Laura's truth. That we choose the families that we pick in. Okay, I need to go to that family because I need to learn this. I need to experience this. Because think about it. You're in there, you're growing, you got this cord coming out of you, you hear some noises. But what if there wasn't a before life? Would that not be terrifying? If you're just in there and then all of a sudden you go through this canal, and you're like, geez, what is this? And you feel this pushing. My God, what is going on? And all of a sudden these hands, something grabs you and then they hit you. And there are these beings out there. There are these beings. What is this? Where am I? See, I just don't, and then all of a sudden, they put you in, something's grabbing you and holding you, and you go, well, yeah, this is kind of nice, but really think about that. If there was not a before life, this little creature comes out and has no clue, but yet immediately, I remember holding my first granddaughter, and she just melted in my arms. Don't you think that we come out with that love, that consciousness already? Do you think really? See, my theory is there are no accidents in the universe. I believe that there is a divine plan for each of us. My next slide, which is, you're going to go, where did this come from? It's spring. What are you planting? And I tell you that because, when you plant something, right, don't you have to get the soil ready? You got to pull the weeds. You get the rocks out of the way. You pick, what seeds do I want? What ideas? Who do I want to be? Where am I going to put these seeds? And so we are always planting new ideas, new ways of being. My next slide is really going to be a weird one for you. Avatar, and a manifestation of a deity or released soul in bodily form on earth, an incarnate divine teacher. So what made me show this one, because Greg Braden said something, those of you who know Greg Braden, and he said we're all avatars. So, we identify with these bodies, that this is me, this is Flora, that's Dale, that's Annie, but really there's this divine intelligence that is us, that is inhabiting this body. That's the one that's come here to experience life. Each one of us we're all part of the whole, just as I'll call you doctor almost. Reverend William said in his beautiful prayer, we are each these all part of the whole, but we are all unique. We are all bringing our own energy, our own consciousness here. So here, right now we've got some little, it seems like it's an everyday thing in our country, but there's a little different way of seeing things. But think about it. If you were standing at a box, and there are 4 of us standing at each corner, each side of the box, I'm looking at red, you're looking at blue, this one's looking at green and yellow, we see things differently. But it doesn't mean we're wrong. We're seeing things from our perspective. And so we're not there to convince somebody that you're right or you're wrong. That is their life experience. Our life experience, everybody's life experience, go, wow, really, you see it that way? Man, I don't see it that way. Tell me why you see it that way. But right away, sometimes we just condemn each other or say, you're crazy, you're wrong, what the heck are you thinking? And I have to admit, I get caught up in that myself. But we forget, what am I here to experience in this? My next slide. I love this. The physical body is like the car we drive. The car is the vehicle, okay? It isn't who we are, but rather something we temporarily get inside of that gets us from point A to point B. So think about your body that way. When I read this, I thought, oh my God, for years have I not been talking about big Laura and little Laura. So there's this big Laura, which is really part of my consciousness that's say, oh, I know really what this body wants to experience, so I put this in their way, and then I get to maneuver around and choose who I am, who you're going to be from point A to point B. And so, this is an opportunity for us to look at our lives. It's spring. What are you planting? Sometimes we need to clean out some maybe things in our consciousness that are holding us back. That's why we do prayer, meditation, we do energy work, we get different things because our bodies, if there's something not working in your life, it's a good opportunity to look at, where did that come from? Is there something maybe in my subconscious, because this thing keeps popping up, that I need to look at, and I need to heal, and I need to release? It's a good time to see a practitioner or a minister or something if you can't figure it out, because there's some things that are driving you. And it's more than just this little Laura. There's something bigger. There's a bigger picture. And it was like when you came in here maybe for the first time. Maybe not the first time, but there was something that drew you back here. And, it's not just the crazy ministers standing up here sometimes, but there's an energy here. Do you feel it? Right? Those of you who are here for the first time, I remember, this is talking about Catholicism, this is Palm Sunday. When I was in Catholic school and in Mass, I would love Palm Sunday because we get those little palm fronds that were blessed, and my brother and I would use them for swords to fight with. Not really understanding the full meaning, not really caring, to be honest with you. Just, isn't Mass, so when's Holy Communion so we can get out of here? That was my experience of church. The only time we talk to each other is, the power of God be with you, or the peace of God be with you, and you'd shake hands. Otherwise, you never looked at anybody really or talked. Maybe you did for coffee or something afterwards, but when you were in there, and that's not what this community is. I love that how Reverend Dale does so beautifully the first of the month, all the religions, because we are all one, and that my other one said, we're all in this we're in the ocean, we're all going to the same place. We're all wanting to touch our love that is within us. That's where our power lies. Yes, the mind is very powerful because when we're doing stinking thinking, that's what we get. But when we're coming from our heart, from a place of love, then we see the world differently. We show up in the world differently. That's what I believe this teaching is about. That's what I believe that Ernest Holmes, that was the beauty of his teaching. I think what resonated with me when I first came here was how he took all the religions, and really all of them were about love and about the oneness. And so to categorize yourself as, you don't have to categorize yourself as a religious scientist or anything like that. We are the divine. I don't want to go up and say, hi, I'm Laura, I'm the divine. But, but you go about your life just seeing and being that way. And the more that we do that, the more that we just show up each day from this place of knowing the truth, knowing that you are the divine. You are the divine, and as Dr. Joe would say, give God a good time. Live your life from that place of joy and connection, because even when things that come up, I've only seen part of it, and I don't understand it. That Everywhere movie, the one, I always never see it from the beginning, so maybe I don't know, but it is cray-cray. I don't understand it. I need to see it from the beginning to the end, I guess. But the one thing I did get, because we do live in this multiverse, I did get that part of it, is that I remember something happened. I was in a relationship, and we broke up, and I was kind of devastated. But there was this part of me, and I even told him that I'm sure maybe that's why he broke up with me, it's because I'm crazy. But I said, I believe on some level somewhere we are together. Circumstances right now, here, don't make it work that way, but I believe that we are together. And of course, he looked at me like you guys are looking at me. But I do believe that. I do believe there's a part of us that's experiencing in this whole vast universe, and as big as our consciousness can be, we're not just limited to this body. We are just like the before life and the afterlife. I loved Sylvia Brown talked about these two women that were really good friends. On the other side, they were sitting on a hill planning their next life, what they were going to do in their next life. And one said, I am going to make your life miserable when we go back. I am going to make your life friggin' miserable. And so anyway, they came back to earth, and this one woman had married this man, and she got married later in life, and her mother-in-law was driving her nuts, just always picking on her and just being mean to her. And in fact, she was thinking about leaving her husband because he was so close to his mom, and she really didn't want to come between them, but she couldn't take this woman anymore. So anyway, I don't know if it was Sylvia or she sent her to somebody. She did like a past life regression and showed her that conversation and said, this is what happened. And so when she came out of it, she said, oh my God. So when her mother-in-law would be mean to her, she'd just give her a hug and laugh at her and stuff. It was driving her mother-in-law crazy. So they both fulfilled their wish for life. They both did that. And so sometimes maybe there's somebody in your life that's just like on the chalkboard, and maybe that was part of the agreement. So if you can just go with the flow and just, okay, that life just unfolds. Just remember, you are so much more, and you are here to just interconnect. And what is yours to do? What is yours to be? And it's just to be love, and it's just to connect with each other. And then my next slide, please. The only things we take with us when we leave this world are the things we've packed inside our hearts. Isn't that beautiful? You don't want to take any crap with you, right? So why even get down in the mud and, be part of that? See the love in everything. Feel that in your heart. That is where our power really lies, is in our heart. If you just everybody, okay, just I want you to just close your eyes, put your 2 fingers on your heart. Just breathe in. Just feel your essence. That is the true you. That is what you came here to be. That is who you are. Now, when you leave here today, take it with you and remember this in those dark times or rough times. You are the divine. You're just driving this car. You are so much more than just this vehicle that you're in. You are it all. It's everything. You are connected to each other. That energy that you're feeling, you're connected to all the people around you, to everybody outside of the wall, to our Lutherans on this side, our Greeks, our Catholics, our Christian people. Those people too. We're connected. We're all part of it. And so just remember that. And this is Holy Week. But every week is holy. Every day is holy. And remember that. Namaste.
Order in, it's good for our minds, it's good for our spirit. It wakes us up, right? Takes us out of that slumber. So Michael, why don't you come into the center stage and I'll switch places.
I gotta get my cheat sheet.
Get your cheat sheet, honey.
I wasn't prepared. I'm so sorry.
It's worth the wait, I'm telling you.
Oh boy. Just noodle under me. I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and for you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day and the sacred night. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky. Also the faces of people passing by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry. I watch them grow. They really learn much more than they'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Oh yeah.
I couldn't deprive them of that. I could not deprive them. So thank you for just bearing with us. So this is the part of our service where we open up to the law of divine reciprocity. We call it our offering. And we're in such a state of gratitude for this center that it continues to grow and thrive. And your financial gifts allow that to happen. And so whatever's on your heart to give today, we are so grateful for your giving. And what we know about this law of divine reciprocity is as we give, so we receive in so many different ways. It isn't just about money. It's also about wealth and health and joy and peace and friendships and creative flow. It's about every aspect of life. And the more we're letting that good out, the more comes in. And so we thank you for what you're giving to our center today. And for those of you online, you can give through our website, or you can send a check or call our office. We have many ways in which to give, and we're just really grateful for you all for being a part of this. And so, ladies and gentlemen, let us go ahead and set up and do our prayer together before we go into our collection. Here we go. I offer this gift with joy and gratitude. I receive freely and give freely, knowing the law of circulation is working perfectly in my life and the life of this center.
Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day.
Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day.
This wonderful, this wonderful, this wonderful day.
This wonderful, this wonderful, this wonderful day. Thank you for my life, Spirit, thank you for my life.
Thank you for my life, Spirit, thank you for my life.
My bountiful, my bountiful, my bountiful life.
My bountiful, my bountiful, my bountiful life.
Thank you for the music, Spirit, thank you for the music.
Thank you for the music, Spirit, thank you for the music.
This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful music.
This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful music. Thank you for my life, Spirit, thank you for my life.
Thank you for my life, Spirit, thank you for my life.
This healing, this healing, this healing life.
This healing, this healing, this healing life.
I want to say thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
I'm so grateful.
I'm so grateful.
So grateful.
So grateful.
I want to say thank you.
practitioners and ministers who you can just pull them aside and they'll do prayer with you today. I know David's here. I know Christine, she might be a little late, but she'll be here during the potluck. Annie might be able to be here. I'm here. Reverend William is here. So we just don't want to deprive you of an opportunity for prayer if you're in need today. So next, we've got the Seder is coming up next week. I've got it. Oh my God, you guys, it is just crazy organizing all this stuff, and I'm excited about it. Oh my gosh, I was doing my choreography for my dancing last night. I've got 2 more songs to figure out. But anyways, if you're interested, next Wednesday is the first night of Passover. This is going to be, I think, our second. We had a Seder years and years ago. So this is like officially our second Seder experience. This coming Wednesday, 6 p.m. over in Costa Hall. This is your last chance to sign up. So it's got to be today because I got food to order. So if you want to sign up, I'll be at the foyer area with my sign-up sheet and a credit card machine. I take checks, cash, anything. But join. It's going to be quite a fun experience. So sign up if you're interested.
It's going to be
You're
exciting.
cooking the brisket.
I cannot
You're
wait.
doing the brisket. Yeah, I know it's going to be fun.
Yes, I'm doing the brisket.
All right. So we've got a special concert next Saturday. We've got Stars, which is a beautiful, they've been here before, and they're just a soulful, beautiful group of women who perform all over the world. And so they'll be here Saturday night, or actually afternoon, 4 to 5:30 p.m. It's $25. You're going to love the concert. And so if you don't have anything to do, or you want something to do before dinner, sign up. Again, I'll be there at the sign-up area. It's only $25, like I said. And we would love for you to join us. So that's Saturday, before our Easter.
That's true. Now, they are also going to be here on Sunday
They'll be at our
as well.
Yeah,
They're going
special
to be musical
Easter
guests
service.
for Sunday as well. So
Yeah.
come on Saturday to get a taste of what they are like, and they are just absolutely fabulous.
Yeah, we're very blessed to have them for our service on Sunday as well. So Karen Drucker's Women's Retreat is coming up April 15th. So if you want to get a ticket, I will be selling those out there. I'm the seller today. So it's $99 for a day, a half day, 10 to 4 p.m. And she is phenomenal. And I know everybody who went to her retreat the last time we had it here, they had such a transformational experience. So if you're interested, see me.
Could I be a woman trapped in a man's body?
We're not going to even discuss that.
I can't go?
If that's something, talk to me or afterwards. This is not a discussion for here. Anyways, we've got, we're not trying, what am I saying? We are bringing together a strong volunteer group at our center. We're calling it the Hospitality Group.
Right.
So if you're interested in being on call for various events that we're going to be having, you want to help serve us by doing whatever we need, whether it's doing dishes or just checking people in, we're just compiling a list of people interested. So again, let me know. I'll be at the front there if you're interested. We don't have our setup today because of the potluck, but we want to take names of people who are interested. You can also call the center. Just let us know your name and phone number.
You can always call the office. We really want to make this an inclusive center. We want you, the congregation, to become points, not just attend. We want you to take the reins of something that you're passionate about. We want to know about it, and we want to share it with the rest of the congregation. And so that's what this is about. We want you to show us and tell us about your passions, what interests you, and then take the lead on creating that event and happening, and we are always here to help you.
Oh, that's a different thing you're talking about. That's the fundraising. This is different.
Well, this is everything.
Fundraising.
Fundraising is fundraising, but this is...
This is having volunteers. Fundraising is what you just said. You just led into the next...
It's all the same thing.
Hey,
It's
that's
all one
okay.
thing.
All right, man. We're spicing it up, man. Anyways, so this is what Reverend William was just talking about, was fundraising opportunities, who David Flint in the back there he's the leader, and so is, I believe that Brenda Oliveros is also there co-leading this. And what we're doing is we give people an opportunity to create a fundraising event. You're going to do one. You're going to do a Jeep tour with
Yes,
lunch.
I am.
And what you do is you create the event, the experience, and you pay for it, and we raise money. All the money that's raised for that goes straight to the center. And so as you can see, there's so many different ways we can do this. So beautifully done. Great segue. Thank you.
Thank you.
And the Lavender Circle of Light, if you are a lesbian and you want to come into a spiritual experience with other lesbians, we've got Sharon Guthrie, who is a practitioner and a ministerial student. She leads this group. It's the first Tuesday of every month. I believe it's 6 p.m. in the Ohm Room, about 6 to 7:30. And she's creating a wonderful spiritual group that is just kind of sharing with each other, doing spiritual practice. So join her on Tuesday at 6. And I think the next one's yours, yeah.
And then our men's group, hosted by myself and also Ronald Williams. If he's back here, he's probably out and about doing stuff like, oh, that's right, yes, he's on a trek right now. But we meet on the, I believe it's the second and...
No, the first and the third.
The first and third. There's so many things going on. It's like, I don't even know what day it is until Elizabeth tells me what day it is.
Right.
Thank
Today's
goodness.
men's group day, honey.
Yeah,
I got to.
Exactly. So the potluck that we're having after service today is hosted by the men's group. And if you would like to join us, it's the first and third Tuesday of the month. And on the slide back here, you can see it's on our Zoom. We do Zoom meetings. There's the room number as well as the password. We are also going to start meeting in person because it's just, we want to do both. We want to do it Zoom-wise because a lot of guys are out and about traveling around, but they still want that connection with their spiritual home, and so that's why we do it Zoom. But we're also going to be doing it in person as well because it's so much fun to get together.
Yeah, and it's 7 p.m., correct?
That is 7 p.m.
Okay, 7 p.m. Beautiful. And that's it. We did it.
Now I got to start making...
You go get cooking, man. And so I just thank you, Reverend William, for your wonderful energy and all that you do, because what he was doing before this was he was setting up in the potluck. When you're a minister, I just want to tell you, if you're interested in being a minister, you don't just stand up here and talk. You cook, you vacuum, you set up dishes, you wash things. You're here every day. So if you want to be a minister, you better think twice about that. I'll just tell you that. Actually, I love it. I wouldn't do anything else. This is great work. I just want to thank all of you who came today, all of you that came in through the internet, because this is all about consciousness coming together in love, oneness, inclusivity, and just feeling the power that we have to create our lives and to do it, right? To really do it. And so I want to thank you for being here today, for supporting the center. I want to thank everybody up here in the band, Bob, Jeff, Jerry Lynn, thank you for stepping in. Thank you, honey. Come on, musicians, the singers, Alicia, and Mike, and Francesca, thank you for putting up with the changes. Oh, this is Poppy, Fritzy, the latest member of Spiritual Center of the Desert. Oh, she's doing so good. Oh, I want to thank William in the back who ran the camera, and Barry, who is now doing our sound again, and Gilmore for being creative on the spot, and Stephanie, who's in the back. You never see her, but she's doing everything. And Dr. Laura for doing an amazing talk yet again. Great talk. You can see her on the way out. She's just going to be sharing her love, and you can give her some love on the way out. And I guess that's it. I just want to pray us out, I think. That's the order of the day. So I just let's know with each other right now as we just breathe and feel whatever we just experienced right now, knowing in our hearts that we came here for a reason. We came here to open up and awaken ourselves to our divine energy that dwells within ourselves and to connect with it in a deeper way, a more powerful way that allows us to shake ourselves free of anything that blocks us from living our greatest life. And so I know as we enter into what is called Holy Week, and as Dr. Laura said, every week is Holy Week. Every day is Holy Day. We stand on holy ground wherever we are, because where we are is where God is. And so I am just knowing a great week for everybody. I am knowing the opening up of the heart. I am knowing deeper connections with each other. I am knowing compassion and understanding, letting go of judgment, and being in a place of acceptance and joy that we are here in this incarnation at this time for a reason, to be who we are. And so with gratitude in my heart for this spiritual community, that we continue to grow and thrive and attract people to this holy space, people who are ready to be nourished by something that isn't about the order and the laws that a man sets, but divine law and divine order, because we know what that is in our heart space. And so I just say thank you for this day. Thank you for this experience. Thank you for the joy of being alive at this time. And so knowing everything is always unfolding absolutely perfectly, I just let go, knowing all is well as we say together, and so it is. Have a wonderful week and join us in our final song.
Around the world, are you ready for a brand new beat? Summer's here and the time is right for dancing in the street. We're dancing in Chicago,
Dancing in the street,
way down to New Orleans,
dancing in the street,
up in New York City.
dancing in the street.
All we need is music,
Sweet, sweet,
sweet music.
sweet music.
There will be music
Sweet
everywhere.
everywhere.
There'll be swing, swaying, and records playing, and dancing in the street. Oh, it doesn't matter what you wear, just as long as you are there. Come on, every guy, grab a girl, everywhere around the world. We're dancing,
Dancing in the street,
they're dancing in the street.
dancing in the street,
Oh, this is an
Dancing in
invitation
the street.
across the nation, a chance for our folks to meet. They'll be laughing, singing, and music swinging, and we're dancing in the street. Philadelphia, PA,
dancing in the streets,
Baltimore and DC now.
dancing in the street,
Can't forget the Motor City.
dancing in the street.
All we need is music,
Sweet, sweet,
sweet
sweet,
music.
sweet
There will
music.
be music
Sweet music
everywhere.
everywhere.
There'll be laughing, singing, and records playing, and dancing in the street. Oh, it doesn't matter what you wear, just as long as you are there. Come on, every guy, grab a girl, everywhere around the world. We're dancing,
Dancing in the street,
we're dancing in the street.
dancing in the street,
Down in LA,
Dancing in the
every
street.
day we're dancing in the street.
dancing in the street,
Oh, let's form a big long line.
Dancing
Get
in the
it's
street.
time, we're dancing in the street.
dancing in the street,
Every sing, every day.
Dancing in the street.
Hey, we're dancing in the street.
dancing in the